It's a sad and somber day for many as news broke of Matthew Perry's passing on October 28th. The beloved actor, who is best known for playing the lovable character Chandler on the hit show Friends, will be sadly missed. News of Matthew's death prompted fans worldwide to post tributes on social media. Courtney Cox, known for her role as Monica Geller, Perry's on-screen wife, shared on Twitter, "Losing Matthew feels like losing a part of my family. He was my on-screen husband and off-screen one of the closest friends I had. This is a wound that won't heal easily." Lisa Kudrow, who played the quirky Phoebe Buffet, posted a touching tribute on her social media. "Matthew had this unique ability to make the world laugh. Even during the toughest times, his spirit and humor will forever be remembered. Rest in peace, dear friend." Matt LeBlanc, who played Joey Tribbiani, expressed his sorrow. "Matthew and I shared so many laughs on and off set. He was one of a kind, and it's hard to imagine a world without his quick wit." David Schwimmer, known for his role as Ross Geller, shared a heartwarming memory of Perry. "I remember the countless times Matthew would improvise and leave all of us in stitches. His legacy as Chandler Bing and as an extraordinary human being will forever be in our hearts." Finally, Maggie Wheeler, who portrayed Chandler Bing's on-again, off-again girlfriend Janice, wrote on her social media, "Oh my God, Chandler. Matthew, your laughter and sense of humor were infectious. You will be deeply missed." The collective grief from the cast members of Friends paints a picture of the deep bond they shared with Perry. "We are devastated by the passing of our dear friend Matthew Perry. Matthew was an incredibly gifted actor and an indelible part of the Warner Brothers television group family," the company's statement read. "The impact of his comedic genius was felt around the world, and his legacy will live on in the hearts of so many. This is a heartbreaking day, and we send our love to his family, his loved ones, and all of his devoted fans." Morgan Fairchild, who played Chandler's mom on Friends, wrote on X, "I'm heartbroken about the untimely death of my son Matthew Perry. The loss of such a brilliant young actor is a shock." NBC released a statement saying, "We are incredibly saddened by the too soon passing of Matthew Perry." NBC, which aired the series for all 10 seasons, said in its own statement to The Times, "He brought so much joy to hundreds of millions of people around the world with his pitch-perfect comedic timing and wit. His legacy will live on through countless generations." Adele paused her Vegas show to pay tribute to Matthew Perry on Saturday night.
Matthew hit it big when he was cast in what's become one of the greatest sitcoms of all time.
And I just won $1 million.
Yeah, it's very strange. Get out of a car and have everybody scream and it'd be a good thing. But it's very strange, but it's fun.
As Chandler Bing, the handsome, wisecracking roommate of LeBlanc's Joey Tribbiani and later love interest of Cox's Monica Geller, Perry distinguished himself in a crackling ensemble cast. With his dry delivery, he created a catchphrase with a mere turn of inflection. The show features 200 episodes in all 10 seasons of Friends, the hit NBC show that followed a group of young professionals living in Manhattan. Matthew starred alongside prominent actors, and the show became an iconic sitcom series loved to this day.
Wait a minute, I know that hat. I was taken aboard that hat.
I think it was just magic was happening. There was just the perfect casting, and it was funny. It was just funny all the way through.
In a candid interview at the end of the show's run, Matthew said, "I was a guy who wanted to become famous," Matthew told the New York Times in a 2002 interview. "There was steam coming out of my ears. I wanted to be famous so badly. You want the attention, you want the bucks, and you want the best seat in the restaurant. I didn't think what the repercussions would be." In his memoir released last year, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, he said, "Nobody wanted to be famous more than me," Perry told The Times in April, discussing his memoir. "I was convinced it was the answer. I was 25, it was the second year of Friends, and 8 months into it, I realized the American dream is not making me happy, not filling the holes in my life. I couldn't get enough attention." Fame does not do what you think it's going to do. It was all a trick. Sadly, this would be a revealing statement from Matthew, as he had a history of addiction and related medical problems that, by his own account, led him to spend more than half his life in treatment centers or sober living facilities. His addiction led to a series of complications in 2018 that included pneumonia, a brief stint on life support, 2 weeks in a coma, and more than a dozen stomach surgeries.
After years, Matthew brought his hidden demons into the spotlight. opening up about his drug addiction and personal struggles behind the scenes.
You get into a place in your life where you're having a problem, and you either, lie down about it or step up to bat and take your swing. That's what I did. It wasn't really a choice. It was just, that's what I have to do.
Perry, who was open about his struggles with alcohol and drug addiction, remained especially close with Aniston, 54, after the iconic sitcom wrapped. She was the one that reached out the most. I'm really grateful to her for that, he told Diane Sawyer in 2022. In his 2022 memoir, Perry also revealed that it was Aniston who initially confronted him when his substance abuse became evident to his castmates. However, the source said, "The entire cast are close. They will be devastated because they were together through the best of times and the worst of times." 2 years ago, Matthew, by his own admission, then newly sober, appeared in a televised reunion of the Friends cast, in which its stars revisited some of the show's most famous sets, like the Central Perk coffee shop, to banter about old episodes and revel in the nostalgia. The series became a juggernaut, the anchor of the network's vaunted Thursday night must-see TV lineup, and turned Perry and his castmates Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, and David Schwimmer into megastars almost overnight. At its high watermark, for a 1996 Super Bowl episode and the 2004 series finale, the series could notch more than 50 million live viewers. By its end, cast members were earning more than $1 million an episode. Friends has endured decades after it first aired in 1994, and has even gained popularity among young audiences in recent years. The cast, who stayed relatively tight-knit over the years, reunited in 2021 for a well-received reunion special on HBO Max. During the special, Perry grew emotional while speaking with his former co-stars about their special bond. The best way that I can describe it is after the show was over, at a party or any kind of social gathering, if one of us bumped into each other, that was it, he shared. That was the end of the night. You just sat with the person all night long and that was it.
The best way that I can describe it is after the show was over, at a party or any kind of social gathering, if one of us bumped into each other, that was it. That was the end of the night. You just sat with the person all night long.
He continued, "You apologized to the people you were with, but they had to understand you had met somebody special to you and you were going to talk to that person for the rest of the night. And that's the way it worked."
You apologized to the people you were with, but they had to understand you had met somebody special to you and you were going to talk to that person for the rest of the night. And that's the way...
I'm not laughing, I'm crying because it's so true.
That's the way it worked.
As some of his co-stars began to tear up, he finished, "It's certainly the way it worked with all of us. It's just the way it is." For many fans, it's hard to wrap their heads around that one of the main characters of Friends is forever gone. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. So how has Matthew's life and passing changed or affected you? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and check out one of these videos.